Welcome or welcome back to the Variety Pack Podcast. I'm your host, Rashad, and today I wanted to talk about Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 9. So, without further ado, let's start the show. Okay, Chapter 9. Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 9. Chapter starts off with my man Jura pulling up on Team 10. Says he was looking for Naruto following the Nine Tails chakra signature, but to his surprise, his trail led him to Himawari instead. Shigadai, he sees all of this and he immediately calls for backup. Like, yo, I need backup ASAP, soon as possible. I need backup quick. I don't blame Shigadai, man. This dude pull up in the village like, oh man, because I swear I thought Shigadai, Team 10, Chocho, Inojin was definitely getting packed up this chapter. I was already looking forward to it. But Jura, he tells Team 10 that the Nine Tails chakra signature is coming from Himawari, and Team 10 is confused, like, what's going on? What is he talking about? He's talking crazy. He's talking out the side of his neck. And Jura, he tries to capture Himawari inside of a tree, but Team 10, it was like, nah, man, we are not going. They spring into action and rescue her. So I was excited for that because I immediately thought me and a good bit of the fandom was like, oh yeah, she's getting captured next chapter. She's definitely getting captured. I gotta give Team 10 credit that they didn't let that happen like that. So I'm proud of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud that they didn't let her get captured and they stood their ground, and their teamwork, like they say, teamwork make the dream work, man. So Shigadai, he relays the message to his dad about what's going on or whatever. And Himawari, she's seeing all this, like, she's like, why me? And yeah, because she don't understand what's happening with none of this. All she sees is they're bad guys and they're looking to attack my home. She don't understand nothing what's going on, because I think at this time she's like 12 or 13. I think she's like 12. So she don't have no clue of what's going on, or she don't understand fully or what's going on. The next panel, we see Amato looking at a monitor, and he's telling Kawaki, man, get up and get up and get up. Because Kawaki, he's still laid out because Mitsuki, hit him with a cheap shot, and he's looking at the monitors like, Kawaki, get up, get up. And Amato, he sees Jura on the monitor. He's like, oh man, who is this guy? So I'm guessing Amato, he's seeing all this from his office. Next panel, we see Boruto, Kashin, Koji in some type of hideout. And what I've been seeing on social media, that the people are saying that, oh yeah, they're in one of Orochimaru's hideout. And and I gotta say, man, that's kind of cool, man. That's kind of cool. So by extension, Orochimaru is still, somehow in the story, because they are using his hideout. You know what I'm saying? So I like that, man. I like that. And Kashin Koji, he tells Boruto that they have made their move, talking about the claw grinds. And Boruto was like, "Oh, where they at? They're in Konoha." And Kashi and Koji was like, "Yeah, they're in Konoha." And Boruto, he quickly, uses the Flying Thunder God to get over there. And Kashi and Koji, I believe, tells him to go to the Triangle. I'm guessing that's one of his markers he left behind in Konoha. So yeah. And Shigadai asks Jura, "Why are you following Himawari?" Jura says, "We are following the trail of the Nine Tails that happens to be in Himawari." Shikamaru is overhearing the conversation, and he's totally bamboozled by, like, oh man, the Nine Tails, like, whatever, like, because everybody think, oh, the Nine Tails, died with Naruto and whatever after the Ishiki battle. So they was like, oh, when they hear the phrase Nine Tails, they're just like, what? Oh my God. But so yeah, you can see Shikamaru, he's bamboozled. Jura, he states that he wants to devour Himawari to get the answers he's looking for, because Jura's also, he's just following the trail of the Nine Tails, so he's kind of confused because he's thinking, oh, we're gonna see Naruto Uzumaki, but then he sees, oh, we see Himawari, like, I'm thinking we're gonna see Naruto, what's this new development with this little girl? So he's confused also. So he says he wants to devour Himawari to get the answers he's looking for. And so we see the next panel, Shikamaru, he's giving Kawaki and Delta orders to go assist Team 10. Kawaki, he wakes up. Delta, she's ready to help. She's ready, let's go help Team 10. Shikamaru gave us orders, but Kawaki, he's like, stop. We have another uninvited guest. And then Boruto shows up in front of Kawaki and Delta. Shikamaru, he gives Boruto the rundown of the divine, the Clawgrimes, the divine trees. They started off looking for Naruto, but now they're after Himawari because of the Nine Tails chakra. And then when Boruto hears, when he hears the name Himawari, or seeing that the enemy's after Himawari, you can see he's kind of like surprised, like, oh no, like, why they after my sister? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and Shikamaru, he's telling Boruto this as well, like, oh, they're after her for the Nine Tails chakra. And you can even see he's kind of like, huh? So it's like this whole Nine Tails thing got everybody confused. You can see everybody's confused by this whole Nine Tails. Everybody's confused by, like, the Nine Tails, like, what, we thought the Nine Tails were dead or whatever. Boruto, he's only seen it maybe a few times, and Naruto pulling out the Nine Tails chakra, so he's not too well versed in it or whatever. So it's like everybody's seeing it, they're like, what's this Nine Tails chakra? What's this Nine Tails business? Yeah, so that has everybody in the chokehold right now. And Boruto, he starts talking to Kawaki. He's like, why are you loitering around here when Konoha is under attack? Because Kawaki, he sees Boruto, he's just like, I'm ready to throw the ones with Boruto. He ain't even worrying about Konoha's under attack, or he ain't even tripping on that. But he ain't tripping on that, man. He like, yo, I'm trying to run the ones with Boruto, but Boruto's like, we have bigger problems. And what are you doing loading around here when Konoha is under attack, dealing with the divine trees is top priority. And Kawaki, he's like, "Are you mocking me?" And he gets he gets a little angry. He fires off the high speed black rods, but Boruto he quickly dodges them. He quickly dodges them, and to Kawaki's surprise, Boruto, he counters, with a quick little gut punch without no chakra or no nothing infused in the punch at all. He just hits him with a quick little gut punch and sending Kawaki just went down. No resistance, man. No blocking, no nothing. He just took the punch to the gut and went down. And then when Kawaki went to the ground, Boruto was like, "Man, this is pitiful. You haven't been training at all. Like, have you been training at all? This is pitiful. What have you been doing for these last 3 years?" And as a person who loves to see Kawaki gets thrashed, gets embarrassed, I'm all for this. Boruto straight out embarrassed this man, and I'm yelling from the heavens like, "Yes, embarrass him as much as you can, Boruto. Embarrass this dude as long as you can." Kawaki, embarrassed on the ground, don't know what to do, so he pulls out his karma. As we all know, the fandom out there, when one person cuts on the karma, and if another person is nearby, the karmas are going to start resonating. So Kawaki, he cut his karma on with the Boruto being close by. His karma activated as well. So he's seeing this, and he's like, "Oh, my karma is activating." And Kashin Koji with the toads, because he has the toads, hanging on Boruto, and he tells Boruto, "Man, you gotta get out of it. You gotta get up out of there, because this is bad. Momoshiki could possibly take over, if you know what I'm saying." So he got to get out of there. So Boruto, he goes flying. He flies away, and that is the only thing that right now I see that Kawaki has over Boruto, is that his karma, he can control his karma. He can cut it on, cut it off. And as of right now, as we've seen in this chapter, Boruto can't do that. So it's like, if he could do that, he wouldn't have that fear on his face when his karma was resonating with Kawaki's. And then Kashin Koji would have told him, "Boruto, you gotta get out of there, fly away quickly before the karma takes hold and Momoshiki could possibly take over." So yeah, that's the only weakness that I see that Boruto has right now. He can't control the karma, but by when Boruto and Kawaki have their big battle, he's definitely going to be in control of the karma by then. So I'm ready for that. I'm excited to see like how he controls it. Like, what's the steps that he's going to take to master it? How's Kashin Koji going to be? How's he going to help with that? So I'm excited to see that, man. I'm excited to see that, because right now, that's his only weakness that I can see. It's like, oh yeah, you don't have full control of your karma, but in these 8-9 chapters, you ain't used karma not one time until Kawaki cut his on and he was resonating with yours. That's the only way. But you haven't cut your karma on at all to fight none of these guys that you was fighting so far. You ain't cut the karma on for none of these guys. So I'm excited to see how he trains and gets that under control. And but he still came back with some moves to his arsenal. He has the Flying Thunder God, of course. He has the Rasengan Asahiko. So He has, some more lightning jutsus. I think he has the purple lightning jutsu. So he has, his arsenal has gotten better. But yeah, once he masters that karma, it's gonna be over. Cause look at what he's doing without the karma activated at all. So imagine when he gets the karma fully activated and fully mastered, it's gonna be game over. And plus, when he gets the Jogan, oh man, my man Boruto is gonna be OP. He's gonna be a game changer. It's gonna be up for everybody. And I'm just excited to see how he maneuvers through all of that. So I say right now, him not being able to fully control his karma and having the threat of Momoshiki still looming that he can still take over his psyche, I think that's his only weakness right now. That's his only weakness right now. Everything else is like he's killing it across the board except for that one aspect of his power. So once he gets that under control, it's going to be game over. And I like how Boruto says to Kawaki, like, dude, you ain't been training. Have you been training at all? You ain't been doing. And that's the thing. He looks, because I said that on I think the last chapter 8. It's like, doesn't Kawaki look rusty? He looks rusty. And you have Boruto calling it out as well. Like, dude, you look rusty. And it's one of those things to where he has such a disdain for the shinobi system, the shinobi way of life, to where he just disregard that. It's like, I remember way back when in the anime, when Sarada was like trying to teach him, chakra control and different techniques to, help him on his shinobi journey with training and all that stuff, he just turned his nose up at it like, what are you talking about? I'm gonna do it my way, So now it's like he's rusty because he don't even think about the shinobi way of how to train, how to reserve your chakra, how to do anything like that. He ain't thinking about none of that. So it's like, yeah, that's what comes back to haunt you because you don't care enough to learn the way. So it's like you're leaning all your hopes and dreams is on Ishiki's power, his dojutsu, and your mechanical arm and all that stuff. You ain't even worrying about the shinobi way of life. But you see Boruto, he's full-fledged shinobi, he's doing his thing. You see, Sarada, she's doing her thing, with the shinobi way, and even Mitsuki. So all of these guys are doing their thing, learning the shinobi way. And here you go on the other hand, just like, oh, screw the shinobi way. It's all BS. I don't care about it. But look at you now. You all rusty, you know what I'm saying? And you getting embarrassed every chapter, which I'm all here for. But like, dude, you gonna have to do something, man. So of course we know that when him and Boruto have their big battle, he's definitely going to be more polished by then, or at least hopefully. But yeah, man, so it's like, yeah, you're rusty because you don't care about the shinobi system to even try to train, try to know the basics, taijutsu, chakra control. You don't even try to do none of that, so it's like, yeah. So we get back to Team 10. They're still battling Jura. Shigadai trying to hold him off with a shadow possessing jutsu. And then Jura, he manifests a 10 tail, a tail beast bomb, he manifests a tail beast bomb out of his freaking eye. He manifests a tail beast bomb out of his eye, and he's aiming for Shigadai. Cho-Cho, my girl, comes in, clutch, she grabs Juro with her partial expansion jutsu, and she redirected the blast, because when she grabbed him, he redirected the blast, and the bomb had went into a field. So yeah, with Cho-Cho coming in and saving your bacon, my man, you better be glad, man. You better buy her anything she want. Extra food, I got you. Extra whatever, I got you. Thanks for saving my ass, girl. Then we got Sarada and Sumire. Sarada and Sumire, why y'all so late to the battle? Sarada, where have you been? Where have you been? You're so late to the battle. Because we didn't see Sarada at all this chapter. But I'm thinking, they had to push Sarada back a little bit and give Team 10 some shine. Because Team 10 did shine in this chapter, So they was like, let's put Sarada on the back burner for this chapter. And Team 10, y'all step up. And y'all are in the spotlight this chapter. So I like that, but I'm like, yo, Sarada, you coming at the very end, man. And then we see, Inojin. He comes with his his bird, and he flies him. He picks up Cho-Cho and Shigadai, and they fly away. Himawari's there as well. And Himawari, she's seeing this, and she's like, Shigadai, let me out, let me off the bird, because she's trying to protect them, because she see that this guy Juro, he's a threat, and she's like, let me out, because I don't want you guys to get hurt, And I get it, sacrificing, trying to do, the noble thing, and, trying to lead the enemy away from her team and try to, get his attention all by herself. But they they ain't gonna just let her be alone. They not gonna do that. So she wants to be let off the bird, but Himawari, she enters the tail beast. She enters the tail beast plane, and she's like, "What's going on? What is all of this? What's going on?" And behind her, we see, a little guy with 9 tails. We see a little guy with 9 tails, and he says, I can't believe this 10 tails jerk was able to sniff me out. So he says, I can't believe this 10 tails jerk was able to sniff me out. And he asks Himawari, he says, little girl, do you know who I am? And she says, you're 10 tails, right? So at the end of the chapter, Himawari, she goes into the tail beast plane, and she sees the tail beast, and he's like, this 10 tails jerk done found me. I was trying to hide I was hiding my chakra this whole time for years at this point, and this dude found me. So yeah. So Himawari at the end of the chapter, she meets the 9 tails, the little small 9 tails guy. So yeah, man, my first question is when are we gonna see her in action with that mug? That's just my first knee-jerk reaction, but I know they probably not gonna have her in battle with that sucker for a long time, because he's small. He's it's probably not even nearly as powerful as a full-grown Kurama. So we're gonna have to see how that goes. And me personally, I'm expecting her to train, to somehow train with that. Cause you know how Kushina had to help Naruto when he fully got control of the Nine Tails. Cause we seen, in OG Naruto, Kurama, he came out a couple of times to help Naruto, but by that time Naruto didn't have it under control. Kurama just came out, if Naruto got to a certain emotional point in the battle, Kurama just came out and he just did his thing. But Naruto did not have full control over him until like the middle of Shippuden. So I'm thinking, how long are they gonna, what are they gonna do with her, with Himawari and this new Nine Tails guy? How they're gonna handle it, how they're gonna train with her, and how's it, from what I've seen so far, he doesn't seem like he's, from the little dialogue we did get from him, he seems like he'll be they'll have a solid relationship, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, from what I see, man, this is definitely going to be an asset to the village, no doubt. So yeah, this is definitely going to be an asset to the village, no doubt. But I'm excited to see how they handle her with this new Kurama, how it all goes down, what the training is going to be like, because she's been training with Team 10 for probably the whole 3-year time skip. So we're gonna have to see how that goes, and then she has the Byakugan on top of that. So she's gonna have the Nine Tails, the new Nine Tails, and she's gonna have the Byakugan. Man, Himawari Uzumaki is finna be, her and her brother together. Oh, they finna be a hell of a tag team. So that's why I can't wait to see, man, when all this drama go away with the whole omnipotence and Boruto gets his life back. I'm ready for them to like go on missions together and brother and sister tag team duo. Now this is just me and my and my wish list for what I want, but yeah, we're gonna have to see how they handle my girl Himawari, how they handle her with this. But I don't know what chapter 10 is gonna be about, man. It could be something totally different. I don't know, man. Is Boruto gonna pull up on Jura? That could be a possibility for chapter 10, but we don't know, man. But yo, we got another Nine Tails in the building, man. That's the big news within the fandom. Another Nine Tails is back on the scene, man. So this time we got Himawari with the Nine Tails. So we gonna see how that goes, man. Cause when we seen Naruto, he didn't have mastery over Nine Tails until the middle of Shippuden. Just think about it. If Himawari gets to control her Nine Tails earlier than Naruto did, that's definitely gonna be a game changer for Konoha, man. So we're gonna have to see, man. But it's so much around my girl Himawari at the moment, man. I'm so proud of my girl getting this character development. Yeah, man, my girl, man, she's getting this character development. Yeah, so I'm seeing what they gonna do with her going forward, going next. But yeah, she's going in the right direction right now, man. So, before I get up out of here, my people, I gotta ask y'all the question like I do all the time. What do you guys think of Chapter 9, Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, Chapter 9? What do you guys think about this chapter, man? I loved it. It was insane. I enjoyed it. The new Nine Tails coming back. I enjoyed it. My man Boruto embarrassing Kawaki for the 1 millionth time. I'm loving it. So yeah, man, Kashi and Koji, we finally get to see where Kashi and Koji and Boruto have been hanging out for these last couple years. Like they've been in one of Orochimaru's hideouts. So that's cool, man. And yeah, we do get to see that Boruto hasn't mastered his karma, so we're gonna have to see how that's gonna go forward with that. So we got to see how Boruto masters his karma, and we have to see what they're gonna do with the Nine Tails and Himawari going forward. How they're gonna map that out. So yeah, man, this chapter was insane. Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, man. I say, man, this is the best time skip of the new gen right now, man. Boruto time skip is killing the game. I can't wait till the anime returns, man. I'll be so hyped when the anime returns. But yeah, I gotta ask one more time. What do you guys think of chapter 9 out there? Boruto 2 Blue Vortex. This has been your host, Rashad of the Variety Pack Podcast. And before I go, I have to tell you guys, check me out, the Variety Pack Podcast on Instagram, the Variety Pack Podcast on Twitter, and also on Facebook and on TikTok. Check me out, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I am out of here. Peace.